Hello, my darlings. Welcome to the first of your weekly star sign readings. All of the star signs are timestamped within this reading, so you can click on either your star sign or perhaps another person that you're thinking about as well. I'm going to do 3 cards for each of the signs, and I am starting each of your readings with an animal apothecary card for you here, my darling, just to get an overriding message from Spirit. And then we'll move into the situation, spiritual action in terms of advice from Spirit, and potential outcome for you. So I have pulled my star sign cards, and the first one out is Capricorn. So let's see what wishes to come out for you. If this reading, or if your reading resonates, thank you so much, or I resonate as a reader, thank you so much for hitting that like button for me. Thank you as ever for your support, for the wonderful comments that you give, for those of you who have subscribed to this channel, for those of you who have become members of this channel, thank you, thank you, thank you. And my gift back to you, if you are unaware, is a pay what you can 30-minute online reading, which the details are in the description box below, along with a link to my website. So thank you, first of all, for Capricorn Spirit. What wishes to come out from the Oracle? We have got magnetism through gratitude is the first card that I have seen, along with the turkey here. So when we are in a state of gratitude, we attract more of that towards us. Gratitude is the most powerful energy there is. To be in a state of thankfulness, literally think of the word thankfulness, is in a state of appreciation for all there is. To be in a state of gratitude or thankfulness for something that has not happened, but we know it's going to happen, is a very powerful state of being. It is a magnet. It is a magnet that it attracts, because we're energy. So like attracts like. So when we're in a state of appreciation and gratitude, we are attracting like energy towards us. And one of the expressions that Spirit gave me the other day was, despite whatever situation one may be in, if we thank our way through it rather than think our way through it, magical things start to happen. So that is your situation. That is the overriding message for you. Magnetism through gratitude. And the turkey here for me represents obviously Thanksgiving, to be in a state of Thanksgiving, and to take a moment or two to think about everything in our lives that we are feeling grateful for. To take that moment to perhaps write it down, to perhaps give somebody a call, to tell them how much you appreciate them. Whatever resonates with you, Spirit encourages you to do that, because it is very easy in our busy lives to sometimes just begin to take for granted things that we have that others would be so, so grateful for. And this is a reminder for me as I speak to you about it, to do exactly that. So let's have a look what your situation is using my animal cards. Thank you. That wish to come out for Capricorn. The 9 of Cups. What a beautiful energy you are in, my darling. 9 is an incredibly powerful spiritual number. It's an incredibly powerful number within sacred geometry. It is it the highest prime number? And it is about attainment of your goals. It is about being very close to having done so much to be an attainment of your goals. This is the little gorgeous Pomeranian dogs, which are very special and very sweet. And it says here, now's the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that is yet to come. And you've got here the little Aladdin's lamp. So this is saying to me, when we speak, we may think we are those that are nearby can simply hear us, or we can hear ourselves, but our voice, the sound, the vibration of our voice can affect a molecule in the star on the edge of a galaxy. We create as we speak. Words are powerful. Thoughts are powerful. They all count. So abracadabra, we create as we speak. This is why we've got here this little Aladdin's lamp here. And I feel it's about being in a state of gratitude. As I said, for everything that you have is only going to bring in more of that wish fulfillment for yourself, because we can never be truly happy if we're always we're always saying, I will be happy when this happens. I will be happy when I lose this weight. I will be happy when the right person appears in my life. No, it starts with deciding, choosing to be happy now, to look for things to be happy about. And this is a wonderful state of being that you are in right now. Magnetism through gratitude. You are in a state of perfect you're in a state of perfect sort of thankfulness, perfect appreciation for where you are. And that has not been without its challenges, that it has not been without its mess. It hasn't been without its destruction in your life. I mean, there are certain things here that have been played with. So you've been playing the game of life, and you've worked out how to play it. So that is your situation. What is Spirit's action for you, aside from the gratitude? The Princess of Summer, which is the Page of Cups. So you've got here this little water, and you've got here this deer. So the Page of Cups is about making perhaps in the state of being where you are, you're attracting towards you something that is of a reflection of who you are. And that's why you have the water in this card here as well. And something has got your attention. So with the Page of Cups, there is an energy that is a transitional of something new, something that is the start of something emotionally fulfilling for you. And like the deer, Spirit is asking you within the action that you're looking to take, to not be startled by this, to not run away from it out of fear, even though it might have suddenly jumped into your space and taken you by surprise. Because this Page of Cups is something that is, as I say again, a reflection of where you are right now. And that is in a place of gratitude. So whoever is coming towards you, whether this is a romantic relationship, whether it is a new friend relationship, whatever this is, or something to do with fulfillment for yourself in terms of your life path, this is because you have been doing so much in terms of your appreciation for all that has happened and who you are now, my darling. So this relationship is a reflection of you. Of course it is. And let's have a look at the potential outcome for you. Thank you. And you have got, how lovely. So 2 cards have come out. You have got the Judgment card with renewal has come out for you. So perhaps this is for many of you, a renewal of a relationship that went through a cycle of a death and rebirth, a leaving your life and coming back into your life, or it is simply that space of family and friends being close, and it is a reflection of the joy and companionship and closeness that you feel with this person, or perhaps with family and friends as well. But with this renewal card, it is also to say, as the Judgment card, that you have made a choice. You have made a choice to put things to bed. You have made a choice to walk away from things in your life in the past that were not fulfilling for you. You made a choice to make a choice for yourself. And you have done it with the release of judgment of the situation. You've been in a state of gratitude, with an openness and unwilling to embrace whatever is meant to come into your life. And this is why with the Page of Cups here, something new is coming towards you or has come towards you. So this is a really wonderful card here. And I love the word renew, because it is saying you're in a state of appreciation for yourself. It's like in the antiques world, I'm not saying you're an antique at all, but I'm saying in the antiques world, I mean, here in the UK, if something is up in auction and it is slightly damaged, it's called as found. And I think as found is really rather charming. So we can find ourselves exactly as we are, and we can love and appreciate the history, the stories attached, the changes as nature, as we get older, whatever that may mean to you. but the renewal is to love and appreciate and to give it new life as well. So I feel for many that whoever this is that's coming into your life or has come into your life is now in a state of, as I said, a mirroring of your energy, because maybe they will have also done their own internal work, or it simply could be, my darling, a new fresh relationship that's coming in that is a sign of your renewal. It is a sign of your rebirth as well. And you've got here the lovely little raccoons here who are naughty and are mischievous, but are loving at the same time. And this is a card to say as well with this, that this start of this is a very important part of your life purpose. Alongside of that, you've got the Queen of Winter, which is the Queen of Swords. So the potential outcome is for you, with your state of being, to continue to be in a very relaxed approach to what is happening in your life, continuing to take everything that comes in, just it comes and goes, it comes and goes. Continue to observe as well. Don't be in a rush to jump forward into things that don't concern you. And that's the Queen of Swords, very powerfully holding your space in a high vibration, very powerfully communicating what you desire, what your truth is as well, and just relaxing back and not being worried about who is not in your life, and not being worried about who is. It's just a wonderful state of healthy boundaries, the ability to see opportunities that are being presented by the universe through that higher self eye, and the ability to move very swiftly as well to take advantage of those opportunities which are naturally presenting themselves to you. The Queen of Swords, experienced, self-sufficient, brilliant, and funny, my darling. So there we are. That is a wonderful reading for you, Capricorn. And I am now going to move on to Leo, my darling. So bear with me a second and I will start with Leo. Leo, hello, my darlings. So let's see which card wants to come out for you. You have got abundance. Oops, you have got abundance as your overriding message for this reading. And you have got, that for me looks like a shark. So there is something that you as a shark are in a space of protecting, but very protective about, but also very determined as well. The shark is seen as a protective warrior. And it is to say abundance is yours. Abundance is yours for the taking. Thank you, Spirit. Abundance is yours for the taking. And I'm also, my eyes are guided to see this on the bottom of the deck. It's better than you can imagine. So let's see what this is about. And it's all starting with, I want to show you here, this sort of cone of shapes and colors here. It's all starting, and there's number 9 here, which is about attainment of your goals. It's about the wish fulfillment. It's a very powerful number, number 9. It's the highest prime number, very powerful in sacred geometry. Look it up. It's very interesting. So you're very close to the attainment of your goals. Alongside of that, with the shark, there is protection that's happening for you at this time. And it's all coming from your state of being. You are attracting this to you. I feel that whatever was stuck within you has now, it's all working smoothly, because I'm seeing all the colors of the chakras here. And so you are also open. Do you see here with the hands? You're also open to receiving at this time. So let's see for this week, my darling. Let's look at you, the situation. Thank you. That wanted to come out. So you have got the 5 of Cups has come out with the dragonfly here. So don't be concerned about this as a 5 of Cups. This is a situation. 5 represents change. And you've got here these beautiful, are they marigolds? Whatever they are, my darling, these beautiful yellow represents, it represents the sort of sun, the warmth, the card of sort of growth and healing. The dragonfly, this wonderful, curious little creature that lives by water, a little insect that lives by water. And the universe wants to reassure you, with the translucency of the light coming through the dragonfly wings, that the hand of God, the hand of the universe, is in everything that's happening right now. And it wishes and desires for you, this is the situation you might be feeling in a lack of at this time, and why hasn't something happened yet? And they're saying, perhaps what will happen for you will happen in the next step, the next step, the next step. Perhaps it's only 1, 2, or 3 steps away from you, or 3 little trips to each flower here. So just keep moving. Keep doing what you've been doing. You keep doing it. You are protected. You are extremely motivated, but keep being curious, keep being interested. Don't stop now with this 5 of Cups energy. Don't stop now. Don't step back into an energy of feeling that you're failing as opposed to succeeding. Sometimes, you know, if we look at inventors and entrepreneurs, they have, anybody who started something new is doing something. The universe will present them with all forms of different challenges to allow them to grow into this extraordinary achievement of being successful, of being rich in life and the richness of life. And sometimes just beyond that time when people are seriously doubting that it can happen, that the miracle happens, it happens. And so whatever you're looking to do, my darling, you know, we can think about comedians who can go to all their local comedy clubs for years and years and years and suddenly get discovered. So Spirit is saying, keep being curious, keep moving forward, keep shining that light, my darling, shining it through you, because with this 5 of Cups energy, there is something very close and supportive to you that maybe you're not seeing at this time, but also maybe just around the next corner, maybe a supportive relationship that's going to come in and help you at this time. But whatever it is, the urgency from Spirit, I'm getting the word urgency, the urgency of Spirit is to keep moving forward and to trust that, thank you, that abundance is yours. It's there waiting for you. The universe is the source of all things, and it's protecting that for you. You just have to believe that it is there, and you will find the right key, the right door to open it, my darling. But it comes with your trust and belief as well. I'm going to say something that Spirit said to me a couple of days ago that I am loving and using. Thank your way through this. Don't think your way through this. Thank your way through this. Keep thanking for everything that's happening, because there is a rhyme and a reason for it all. So what is the action Spirit is suggesting that you take at this time? Thank you. The 7 of Pentacles. Again, a state of appreciation, a state of seeing what you already have. The grass is there all the time, and yet sometimes we don't take any notice of it. To be in a state of appreciation, to remind yourself that you can feel that you're so close, but come back into the present moment and be so grateful for what you have achieved already. Be grateful to yourself. Don't be angry at yourself, and don't be angry at the circumstances, because resistance creates more resistance. Bless where you are. Bless and it rests. Resist and it persists. This is the 7 of Pentacles energy here as well. And the cow is to say, nurture this situation. Nurture it, embrace it, look for the reason why this is happening for you at this time. Look for the lesson, look for the teaching, look for the growth, be grateful for that. And then there is more abundance. It's right there for you, my darling. And then the potential outcome for you, thank you. You have got the, and I love this, because although, there we go, the 3 of Spring on the bottom of the deck, the 3 of Wands, this is with the sea turtle. This is a card of the gentle, beautiful approach that you embrace in terms of making the change between where you are now and where you desire to be. And it is one of slow discovery. It's relaxing into what we might call a journey. And what you then have is the 3 of Swords has come out, but alongside of that, you have the Princess of Autumn. So this is the Page of Pentacles. This 3 of Winter is a very interesting card, because it is effectively swords. But what I feel with this, with the situation in terms of where you have been, where you are right now in this 5 of Pentacles, is that what you have is 2 little birds. You have the comfort of another. You have the comfort of those that have been sent to reassure you, to comfort you, to encourage you. Courage, core, heart for Latin, but also to prepare you. You're being prepared to fly. The birds are not in fear that the branch will break because they can fly away. So you're being prepared at this point in time for you to fly out of this sadness, out of this lack of in your life, my darling. And to trust with this Page of Pentacles that something rather special, I'm getting, is going to be presented to you, something that is going to unlock within you. Thank you, Spirit. Interesting, I'm using the words unlock and key and door here. Something that's going to unlock in you a really strong sense of curiosity about what is out there for you and what you wish and now desire to focus on, to immerse yourself in, to embrace. Because this Page of Pentacles is, again, something that is being given to you through another, by the universe, as part of the first stage of the next stage of your life. And it's always to do with your meaningful purpose as well. So there is abundance there in all things. As I said, be open to receiving this abundance, my darling. Be open to, and what I am also, if you're feeling that there are any blockages there within you, do get some Reiki energy healing done, just to whiz that up a bit if there is fear attached to it. But this is yours. It is there for you, for the taking. And I feel that whatever has happened that perhaps has been unsuccessful in your life, an endeavor that's been unsuccessful in your life, I'm not seeing this as an aspect of heartache for another. I'm seeing this as perhaps an endeavor that has not worked out. But remember also, the venture capitalists only invest in people who have what we might consider failed in their first venture, because they know that they've learned from it. And there is no such thing as failure in this spiritual sense, because through something not working out the way that we thought it might work out, we have actually garnered and gathered a huge amount of we have attained, thank you, Spirit, a huge amount of necessary information for the attainment of our future goals. And we had to go through that challenge in order to prepare for, to be that version of ourselves that is going to be ready to receive that we desire. So there we are, my darlings. I trust and hope that that has helped you. And I am now moving on to Aquarius. So give me 1 second. Aquarius, hello, my darlings. Welcome to your weekly reading. I am going to pull you one of the Oracle decks to get the overriding message for you, and then we'll move into, thank you, Spirit, we'll move into the tarot. So we have got, you are about to shine. Beautiful little card here. You are about to shine. I feel for many of you that you have gone through a period of darkness, and a period of darkness where when we go through the darkness, it is the most transformational time for us when we seek the light, we seek the inner truth. And you are about to shine because you are now have understood your true light within this dark period that you've been going through. And that's very beautiful. And you're about to shine. You're about to people are going to start noticing something about you, something different about you. Perhaps you're about to shine in a job, in a promotion, in some form of joyful appreciation about yourself, because that shyness comes from confidence, it comes from growth, it comes from self-respect, it comes from self-love. So let's see your situation at this time using my animal tarot. Thank you, Spirit. We've got the Queen of Swords has come out for you, my darlings. So Aquarius, let me just put that card there. The Queen of Swords, I mean, this is a person who's ready to shine. It says here, experience, self-sufficient, brilliant, and funny. As the leopard, you have the ability to withdraw from situations that really you feel are not worth your attention. So you are very selective about what might garner or gather your interest. And that's very powerful. It's a very good thing to do, because there is a tendency within all of us to sometimes wish to get involved in other people's lives or drama, and wish to perhaps give our 2 pence worth. But actually, it takes great courage and strength to stand back, to be almost a sage and observe what is happening, but only to give advice where advice is asked for. And that's the Queen of Swords. And you do it beautifully with a articulation, an expression, a cleverness. There is and you're a witness. You're a witness to it all. You've, as I said, to be a witness of something is to have wit, and wit also is a very sharp intellect with humor as well. As the Leopard, you're also, as the Queen of Swords, incredibly clever at seizing opportunities. I do apologize about my dog snoring. About seizing opportunities when they present themselves, but not necessarily to go looking for them, to know that they are going to almost come to you. But this higher self state of appreciation and observation is very powerful as the Queen of Swords. And it's all about what you're communicating at this time with your energy, which is very clear cut to the universe. There is a certain command to the universe that's happening at this time, and you're about to shine, because the universe is responding to your, I'm not even going to say wishes, I'm going to say to your command that you've given out, because it's with a powerful resonance behind it. So let's see what Spirit's advice is for you, Aquarius. Thank you. You've got both dogs snoring. I will have to pause in a second. We have got the 10 of Wands here with the wonderful St. Bernard. So there is strong advice from Spirit that you, despite this Queen of Swords mentality, let's put it that way, there is within you a huge heart that only desires to wish help for others, to effect change for others, to perhaps rescue others. And you're amazing at doing it. And people call on you and they ask for your help. You want to think about situations in your life where you've been asked to help others. Perhaps for others to ask you to help someone else as well. But with this 10 of Spring, this 10 of Wands, it's very important that you understand that we cannot rescue another. We cannot fix another. We can help or trigger in another the ability to help themselves. So the St. Bernard would dig the person out of the snow, but the person would also need to help themselves get out of that spot as well. The St. Bernard then cannot do any more than dig the space around to create the space. Thank you, Spirit. So you can create the space for other people, but you can't fix them. And that is something I feel that you are aware of, but perhaps there is still a tendency to do that. And you are about to shine. So what I feel that you are, and whatever this situation is for you, whatever's going on around you, Spirit is saying, just take that step back and know that you too need to protect your space, protect your energy. You can't pour from an empty cup. The St. Bernard cannot continue forever to do what it's doing. There is too much responsibility that you're taking on. Now, whether this is not effectively helping others, but being in a situation where you're doing too much, think of yourself as when you've got your computer in front of you and you've got too many tabs open at the top, which I'm just looking at now, and your computer starts to get slow, it starts to get tired, it starts to buffer. So you have so much going on in that beautifully clever mind of yours that perhaps come back to the big picture of this. Try not to get caught up in too much detail of what is happening in your life, what you're trying to do in effect to help others. Because isn't it interesting, every single career or role or job we have is always to help others, and every single job there is, it's always to assist. So try to come back and try not to get too caught up in other people's, and you're very aware that you have a tendency to do this. So you're pulling away with this Queen of Swords, and that's a wonderful energy to have, but don't get drawn in. You can only do so much. And perhaps this situation, and I'll look at the outcome of this, perhaps this situation isn't calling, perhaps it is to see what would happen in this if you didn't get involved, to see what would happen, to see what the natural fallout would be as well. Because again, there is a reason for everything happening. So, but you are about to shine. So this is very interesting. The other thing I'm feeling with these two cards together, with the Queen of Winter and the Ten of Wands, my darlings, is that the Queen of Winter, the Queen of Swords, the leopard wouldn't necessarily ask for assistance from anybody, would she? You wouldn't think that one of those wonderful big cats would ever ask for help. And the Bernard is always wishing to do and please and do and please and work very hard. So perhaps within this situation as well, it is to receive help where it is given, to receive assistance where it is given, and perhaps to ask for help as well. So let's have a look. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else? Thank you. So I was looking at the You're About to Shine card, and you've got here the Hierophant has come out, and you've got here, it's my other dog now, you've got here the Unity card, which is the Hierophant, and the Northern Lights, the Compass. Whatever this situation is for you, my darling, it is a really amazing teaching tool for you at this time. And it's an aspect of your purpose, your growth, your journey, your inner compass as well. So kind of come back into that Queen of Swords space and think about what the situation is trying to teach you at this time about you. Okay, what it's trying to teach you to let go of, what it's trying to teach you to receive, perhaps with help, what it's trying to teach you to ignore, and say to the universe, thank you for showing me what it's trying to teach me at this time, because you are about to shine. There is something that it's sort of like this is the last moment. Bear with me just one. Sorry about that. So you're about to shine, and I also feel that to shine is also to be a beacon of light. So you are being, thank you, Spirit, you're being told, you're being shown that unless you start to ask for help, unless you start to stop wishing to take on so much, you're going to burn out rather than shine. Thank you, Spirit. You're going to burn out rather than shine, because the polar bear is an animal that retreats. It's an animal that enjoys the solitude. It's an animal that goes into a state, represents a state of reflection. So reflect at the moment on where you're giving your time, who you're giving your time to, how much you're giving. And you burn bright, my darling. You burn bright, but don't burn out. Thank you, Spirit. And let's have a look at an outcome for you. Thank you. Potential outcome. Yeah. So you are going to receive assistance here as well. You've got the Empress card has come out for you. So this is the card of receiving. This is the card of not doing so much. This is a card of something that's coming out of this Hierophant situation that is going to be a new way of doing things, an embracing of a new approach to things as well. And it's going to give you, thank you, the spring back in your step, because I saw hop into action. It's going to bring the spring back in your step, literally the spring back into your step. And you've got here this little dragonfly here. So this is about potential in the future for something to be, you're going to be very, very curious about as well. And you had along with it, which I find interesting, you've got, remember you have the Queen of Winter about your situation as well. You've got the King of Winter, and this is the humpback whale. So I feel somebody's going to come in to assist you who's been on a bit of a journey themselves, who resonates with you, who has heard the vibration of your soul call to say, help, please. I'm not very good at saying help, but I'm saying help now, and is coming in to assist you at this time. And I feel that you have been trying to mentally do something on your own for so long, and you are so close to the completion of it. But because perhaps you've not been asking for help or saying, no, you know what, I'm fine, the universe hasn't been able to give you that help. But you have to be open now to receive it and to sense the opportunities that are coming in, because this person's coming in to match your energies. And they are a brilliant communicator as well, just like you. So you're going to have some fascinating conversations, but they're coming towards you. So be open with the Empress of receiving them, and then hop into action, then springboard, then be curious. And the bunny rabbit represents abundance for you in many levels, and you being about to shine. But that candle, you know, that candle, thank you, Spirit, that candle can light 1,000 other candles and still not go out. But it doesn't mean to say it's not going to burn out eventually. So this is a little warning from Spirit about not burning out, okay? So there we are, my darlings. That was I hope that, trusted that helped for you for this week. I am now moving on to Virgo. Virgo, hello, my darlings. Welcome to your weekly reading. I am going to pull one of the Oracle decks to see the overriding message for you. Thank you very much. And then we'll move into the Animal Tarot. So we've got get out of your head. You have to sometimes be out of your mind in order to make sense of this. And we cannot think ourselves through a situation that isn't making sense to us. And sometimes we just have to relax into the space of trusting that the universe has something in mind, in its mind for us, that is for our greatest good. And we may not know what that is, but we know in hindsight we'll be grateful for it. So again, I'm going to say that lovely expression Spirit gave me this week: thank your way through this, not think your way through this at this time. And look after whatever shadow work that you're doing, nourish it, embrace it, know that this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And I feel that you desire to know, desire to wish, to understand, and the universe is responding to that desire. Seek and ye shall find. So let's see for you, my darling, the situation. Thank you for Virgo. Thank you. So what I feel for you, you've got the World and you've got the Six of Cups has come out. So I feel that there has been some form of completion, some sense of spiritual completion with regards to a relationship that has meant a great deal to you. Now, this could be with regards to children, friends, family, or one that you love. But remember, with soulmates, it's not just about the romantic sense of the soulmate. It's about the soul. Every single relationship that we have within our lives is first and foremost there as a teacher. They're not there to be our lover. They're not there to be our friend. They're not there to be our foe. They're there to be our teacher in the deepest meaning of it, in the transformation of the information that is exchanged the whole time. Because how can we get to know ourselves unless it is in relation to another? And so we're on the same ship as them, spirits being kind of sense of humor. So there has been a completion of something. And sometimes when these relationships come to a completion, an end, it is quite difficult to understand what's happened, understand why perhaps there has been a walking away. So Spirit wants you to keep being interested, keep being on your quest to have those questions answered, because the answers will be given at exactly the right time for you. But to trust that in hindsight, you will look back and understand why this happened. So let's have a look. And I'm also seeing, coming back to this get out of your head card, you've got the rooster here. So this for me is about a call to awakening. This is about you coming into understanding who you are, what you're going to do about it, how you're going to embrace life differently as well. And I know that this has been a very important part of your life, and it was intended to be so, because those soulmates, we feel those strong connections, we understand and feel it. So let's see what Spirit advises you. Thank you, Spirit. And you have got the King of Swords. So let me move these cards out of the way here, because I have, my desk seems to be getting smaller and smaller. This is the humpback whale. The humpback whales take a long journey. Is it the longest journey of any mammal? It's, I think, something like 20,000 miles. This is how you are now communicating. So by getting out of your head, which is not making any sense at this time, perhaps you're discussing it with people and discussing it with yourself, and it's just going around and round and round in circles. It's not going anywhere. So to be this King of Swords, you've got to go deep. You've got to, Spirit is saying, you see, because the King of Swords is incredibly articulate, and just like the Queen of Swords is effectively, but very much from a sort of logical point of view. So the logic, you're going to find what you may consider logic, or that intuition, through going deep. You're only going to find the answer, the logical reasoning for what has happened, and the way forward, by going deep into your emotions. Confusion comes from not understanding and not listening sometimes to the emotional, to the energy and motion that's happening right now, to what your emotions are trying to tell you, to what your intuition, your inner learning is trying to tell you. Those answers will come from deep within you, but you have to be in the space of silence and out of your mind to hear it. Because when you step out of the mind, which is the controlled by the ego aspect of us, you step away to detach and observe. In that space, you're in your superconscious, you're in your higher self. This is the King of Swords energy as well. When it is gone deep, in order to truly understand what is happening, put the request out there to the universe. That's what Spirit is saying for you to do as well. Go deep on this and communicate very articulately, thank you, Spirit, very clearly to the universe what you are desiring to know. And the universe will respond, my darling. But remember, your words as the King of Swords are incredibly powerful. They have a strong, resonant vibration, like the sound of the whale call here. Go for miles and miles and miles. And so your emotions, your energy emotion is sending out a vibration at this time. And this is a time for you, where is this? To take your power back, to rise up and meet tomorrow, the next day, with that rooster call of, I'm ready, seize the day, I'm ready to seize the day, whatever this may mean for you. And to be excited about the next day, and to be excited about each and every day. But you've got to go deep. Whatever is on the surface level is in the mind at the moment is not, that's why you're becoming frustrated, because you're not getting the true answers. So let's see what the potential outcome of this as well. And, you know, if there are people around you at this time that, you know, give good advice, seek them out, ask them the answers. Also, you know, listen very consciously to what's been said to you at this time, because the universe will be responding to your questions, perhaps through somebody else. And if there is any form of assistance that you are looking for in terms of counseling or energy healing, or whatever it is, whatever you're leaning towards that you may not have done, then do that, because there is somebody ready to give you answers and a message that are going to help you. And then what they're saying is you're going to spring, literally seize the day, copy it here, 9 of spring. The potential outcome in doing this is that you're going to move away. This is the gazelle, in leaps and bounds from where you are right now, my darling, with no thoughts in your head other than the thought of freedom to choose where you're going to go. And perhaps not quite in the approach that you thought, because the gazelle takes a bit of a zigzag. But this is beautiful flowing energy. Now, with the Nine of Wands, it is a reminder for you that you will be approaching life very differently in the future. And you will feel have a different understanding. But it is to remind yourself that it takes time to process, to move yourself from one energetic structure into another, to release, to transform, to reflect, to regroup, to regather, all of it. So don't worry if you have bursts of energy and then you feel exhausted for a little bit, because it is emotionally exhausting. The Nine of Wands is about stepping away from cycles in your life, perhaps repeating cycles in life and doing something different. But good on you, my darling, because in getting out of your head, you're going to get in your heart space, and you're going to embrace life in a whole new, beautiful, beautiful way. But there is somebody that is around you, I'm feeling more and more, that has the advice, the answer to your questions has been sent from the universe. And it is clear, it is concise, it is seeing the wood for the trees, it is impartial, it is going to resonate with you. But also do not forget your own resonance signature, your own vibration, what your energy, emotion, your emotions are trying to tell you, because that's how the universe communicates with us first and foremost, through our emotions. So it's a double aspect to this for you. So there we are, my darlings. I trust this has helped you, and I look forward to doing another reading for you next week, my darlings. Take care. Gemini, hello, my darlings. Welcome to your weekly reading. I am going to pull for you one of the oracle decks to see what the overriding message is for you. And then we will move into your 3 cards. Thank you. So you have got perception has come out. Perception is such an interesting word, to perceive something, to see something. We all have the perception of seeing things. Well, we can all choose how we wish and desire to see something. We can all choose whether we want to believe something or not believe something. And generally our perceptions come from how we see and feel about things, and how we have become into a place of being because of things that have happened in our lives. So we tend to see things not as they are, but as we are. But there is something that you're choosing not to see at this time, Spirit is saying, because you've got here the ostrich with his head in the sand. But that's not going to stay that way for long, because the sand always shifts and changes. And I feel as well that Spirit is saying, because of this shift and change, because perhaps you're not choosing to see something, that you're so much more than you think you are within this situation. So and let's have a look, because 21 is, 2 is about having a balanced view of something, and number 1 is about new beginnings for you. So 21 as well, I love 21. It's a really good number, and 21 is the number of the judgment card. So it's about making a choice. Actually, you're going to try to look to see this not perhaps just from your grainy perspective, because you've got your head in the sand, but actually perhaps from the universe perspective, perhaps looking at it from an overall perspective as well. Because we can never truly get to know ourselves, can we? We don't know what the back of our head looks like, or how many hairs we have on the back of our head. We only have the perception of what we have, and everybody has a different perception of us depending on the relationship that we have with them. So I've got the situation of the 4 of Swords here, which is the healing card. Bear with me a second with my little doggy. Sorry, I've got lots of snoring doggies at the moment. So very important at this time that you recognize that this is a time of reflection for you. This is a time of rest. This is a time of healing. You are safe. You are protected. You have everything that you need. You yourself are finding comfort in your own, I'm going to say the word solitary, sort of aloneness at this time, but you're not alone. But there is a sort of curling up. There's an energy of just wanting to not face the world right now. But it's a very important time for you. And take time out. There is no great rush. This is a time for you. This time has been given to you to heal, to go through a transformation, to decide, my darling, about seeing things from a different perspective, to give you that opportunity. And it's in that silence that the universe can really speak to us. When we're not being overwhelmed by the noises of the world, then we are able to receive that softly, quietly spoken voice of our intuition, of our soul speaking, the whisper of our soul. And that soul is divine oneness, and it's divine, it's infinite intelligence, it's source wisdom, and it comes through so quietly but so loudly at the same time, with such a resonant vibration of clearness and clarity. Thank you, Spirit. And in this silence, you are receiving those beautiful few words of wisdom, and they are also providing you comfort. And allowing you to begin to see something from a different perspective. So trust what is coming through at this time. What is Spirit's other advice for you? Thank you for Gemini. Oh my goodness, what wants to come out? Too many cards. I did see the High Priestess. Thank you for Gemini. So you have got the Prince of Autumn, which is the Knight of Pentacles, the seahorse here. Somebody is there for you in this space. This Knight of Pentacles is somebody that you can trust, somebody who is emotionally balanced, somebody who has a balanced view of this situation, somebody who has a deep understanding of the situation, is there and keeping an eye on you. And they may not be saying very much to you at this time, but I feel that you are aware of them. Or if you're not, you're only just a few steps away from them, but they are, as a soul, consciously aware of what you are going through, and they will have the right words for you as well, because the king, and there maybe they are a king in another aspect. The Knight of Pentacles is that energy that is so trustworthy, because of course it is. They're going to speak to you words of source wisdom. They're going to be your messenger. They're going to be the catalyst for your perception of the situation changing from perhaps something that you haven't wished to see or you haven't been ready to see, to something that you then decide to move away from. It's very interesting that suddenly the perception of who you are shifts along with that as well, that you're so much more than you think you are within this situation. And when we are heartbroken, when we are upset, when we are sad, when things have happened that have made us very sad, and then we have a tendency to betray ourselves in the thoughts and feelings that we're giving ourselves about the should-haves, the could-haves. And everything is meant to have happened exactly as it is intended. I know that's difficult to understand or to feel at this time, but you will, in hindsight, start to see this with a different perspective. But you're meant to feel how you're meant to feel now, darling, and you're meant to process this and reconcile things with it within yourself. And this is all part of this incredible journey that you're on, for you to discover you're so much more than you think yourself to be. So that's the little seahorse, and he's coming in. It's rather sweet. You see these 3 pentacles that are kind of coming down. He's coming in to create a new base foundation from which your perception will come, a very clear perception, a very deep perception of something as well. Thank you, Spirit. And then you have got the Ace of Spring, which is the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Spring, aces, my darlings, are always about something that is divinely timed, divinely guided as part of your perfect plan. It's a new cycle. It's some extraordinary, well, for this with the white tiger, it's an amazing, extraordinary opportunity to do something that I'm getting the word galvanizes you into motion, but it's incredibly nurturing as well. And with this, it's incredibly nurturing. It's a chance to create something, or to nurture something or someone, and I'm saying someone, or whatever this is, my darling, it could be more than one person, but it's an opportunity to create and embrace an energy or energies that are one of growth, one of expansion, and to allow it to grow the way that it's meant to grow as well, with this Ace of Wands. And it says here, a wonderful new opportunity presents itself. And this is a rare opportunity because of the white tiger. It may come as a surprise, but you'll still want to leap into action and passionately pursue every possibility. So don't turn away. Don't put your head in the sand when somebody comes that way around, when somebody is coming in to assist you, because they're coming in to offer you that helping hand. They're coming in to help you see things from your perspective. They're coming in to help you release old energy and replace it with a new forward energy, forward and up energy, into one of saying, do you know what? I'm more than this. I'm so much more than this. And then that is going to open the doorway to whatever this Ace of Spring is, this Ace of Wands energy for you. So there we are, my darlings. I trust and hope that has resonated with you. And I am now moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio, hello, my darlings. Welcome to your weekly reading. Slightly different this week. I am going to pull you 3 cards for the situation, for Spirit's advice, and then the outcome. But I'm starting with the animal oracle cards here to get an overriding message for you, my darlings. So let's see what wishes to come out. I saw that card that wanted to come out. Oh, that's interesting. You have service has come out for you. So this is a reminder for you that you, if this reading is going to resonate with you, that you are of service, that you have chosen as a soul to be of service. You have chosen as a soul to follow. You have chosen as a soul to help those that can't see. So your perception is very much one as an awakened soul. And you have the ability to sense and see what others can't see. And you are there as a guide. So if this is resonating with you, this is just a reminder of your loyalty and your love and your boundless energy and your kindness and your, I'm going to say again, unconditional love that you have as an individual representation of source energy. And it's very important that the work that you do. So that was a beautiful message for you guys. And, you know, with this card as well, it is also a reminder with the number 14 that, you know, number 1s are about beginnings and growth and opportunities. And number 4 is about stability. And 1 and 4 is 5, it's a change. So there is always stability within this acceptance of a role of service. There is always stability. There is always growth. And there's always support as well, because you are being supported on your path that is of meaningful purpose. There is a meaning, and we may never know the entirety of the meaning of our lives, but Source does, the universe does, God does. So that's why it's very important to remember that. So that's your surface card, my darlings. So let's have a look at the situation. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what has come out the right way up, my darling, is the 10 of Wands, 10 of Spring here, the gorgeous St. Bernard. It is a reminder, yes, you are of service. This dog is of service here as well. 2 dogs here, very interesting. So your spirit animal is the dog. And do you know God backwards is dog? And I always feel that animals, dogs in particular, don't live as long as us because they don't have so much to remember, to learn. They are existing in that beautiful state of being. So they are your spirit animal, and they are a reminder for you about how eager we can be to, with all those wonderful qualities that dogs have, eager to please, eager to do the best we possibly can, eager to reach beyond our limits, to continue to help, to continue to do that search and find. But it's very important to also within this space recognize that there is only so much we can do. We cannot rescue those that don't want to be rescued. We can only do so much, and to also ask for help as well. To ask for help, because unless we ask for help, we are pushing the support, the stability away that the universe is trying to give us. Remember that number 14 here, which makes 5 and change. We have to reach out and ask for help, just like the person who's blind here would reach out to hold on to this dot. So, but there is only so much that you can do. And it's just a reminder for you, you might be doing too much, taking on too much responsibility, or not asking for help. And in accepting help, if it's being offered, which is of course coming from the universe in whatever aspect it comes to you, you are saying, I am worthy of receiving. You can receive. So don't push it away by saying, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm all fine. Fine. It means feelings inside, not explained. So think about that whenever next time you say, no, I'm fine, because you're not explaining how you truly feel. So receive, and ask, my darling. Receive and ask. Okay, so let's have a look to see what Spirit's advice for you is. Thank you. Judgment has come out. The renewal card has come out for you. Sorry, bear with me a second. Sorry about that. I just had a thing that came up. There we go. So the Judgment card has come up for you here. Renewal. This is about, it's the one card away from some form of completion for you as well. I feel, from what has happened in your life, have a good idea about why things have happened and what you wish and desire to do about it. But perhaps it hasn't quite sunken home yet to you, or it's beginning to, about what your life purpose is. And it is to be of service. So within this space of literally, the Judgment call is about popping your head out from where you are and being curious and being eager to discover more. And that's all that Spirit is asking of you. So if you are already recognizing yourself to be of service, continue to embrace each day with the wonder of what new opportunities is the universe going to give me to stretch me today, to move me beyond my comfort zone, to encourage me. And just thank the universe, thank God, thank source energy for doing that. Because these raccoons are not going to enjoy their life if they constantly live within this space. They have to come out and explore. And yes, there's challenges. And yes, it can be fun and exciting, but they have to turn things upside down sometimes to find things. And they have a tendency to go places that others don't in order to discover things. So you may have to dig around in the dirt a little bit, but it is with an excitement, and you are of service, and there is so much more out there for you. And it is through being curious and being ready to be stretched and to embrace a way of viewing life without judgment of yourself and without judgment of others that allows the help to come in. It allows the answers to come in as well. So it's very interesting. It also allows that sort of within that seize the day moment. It allows the kind of clarity to come through, the moment. It's like almost like these guys have been surprised. So it's like that wonderful sudden clarity, light bulb moment, whatever it is, my darling, to come in for you. So this is Spirit. And there is I feel that there has maybe been a bit of a tiredness within you, a sort of coming, it's like that sort of feeling, because you've got this 10 of Wands and you've got this service card. It's like, I feel you've done so much. You've reached maybe a point of saturation, a point of lethargy about it. And Spirit is sort of almost saying to you, make a decision now about what you want to release from your life, what you want to give up in your life, what you want to continue in your life, What was the whole point of this in the first place for you? What is the point of your desire? What is the feeling about it? How does that make you feel? What is the big picture of it all? Those are the big questions within this judgment space. And then decide, you know what? I'm going to decide to be happy. I'm going to decide to do this. I'm going to put away the shoulds in my life. I'm going to put away the coulds in my life. And I'm going to embrace the curiosity instead. And I'm going to see that each new day is going to bring me an opportunity for me to get to know myself better, because that's what this is really all about. For me to come into the full expression of who I am. That's the decision I'm going to make. It doesn't matter where it leads to. Spirit knows this. The universe knows this. God knows this. I don't need to know it at this stage. I just know that I need to do what I desire to do and what I'm leaning in towards. I don't know the full impact of why I read. I just know that I lean towards reading. I love to read. And every time I read, I feel connected. So it doesn't matter where it's taking me. It is the practice of the feeling of it and the love and the growing of it that really truly is what makes me happy. And I can sometimes sit in judgment of myself and feel like an imposter at times, but I am very clear about what my calling is. But I didn't know until I was 48, but I did know that I was dissatisfied with where I was. So I put it out there. And this is how the universe has responded. Sometimes if we know too much too soon, we change the course of our own history. Yes, we have certain big guideposts and things that happen in our life, and they are there as those wonderful guideposts, but we have been given free will, and there is no wrong or right choice. But I know that you have such a sense of knowing that you wish and desire to be of service, or you're gathering up everything at the moment, and none of it's quite making sense, but you know there's a reason for it. The universe will give you. This judgment card is an amazing card to have here, because it is a defining moment for you, a defining moment for you to say, do you know what? I am of service. I am of service. And thank you. Thank you for showing me the way. Thank you for showing me the way. And then be open to receiving the way. And remember that in everything that is happening outside of your control, that is coming towards you, then it is the universe responding to that call, to that action call, because that's what that is what this is about. So there we are, my darlings. You have got the Empress and the Unity card, and the Queen of Swords has come out. So whatever this is a time of amazing growth. This is a time for you to be a teacher, be a guide, listen, learn, grow as you're doing so, be of service. Whether this is simply with your children, there is meaning. Every single soul who is present here within this physical being has a meaning, a purpose for being here. And we can go crazy sometimes wondering what that purpose is. Doesn't matter. Just follow where you feel guided to go. Follow the signs. Lean into what interests you. Pull away from what aggravates you. Thank the universe. As I say, thank, not think your way through this, and everything will be revealed. But unity, the coming together, when the student appears, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, whatever that expression is. I feel that everything is coming up, aligning, coming into unity. The relationships that are necessary for you in your life are coming in to be present for you at this time. And Spirit asks you to be ready to receive them. But you can't bound into action. You can't take giant leaps forward. You can't have boundless enthusiasm for this next stage of your life if you're too busy being busy with trying to deal with a lot of things for other people, or just taking on too much and not thinking about what your needs are, or receiving help. So the Empress card is a really powerful card for you in this future position. They want you to be ready to as it says here, time to hop into action. Hop into action, because bunnies, rabbits represent abundance, but to do so with a joyful hop, to bound into boundless energy, and also within this space, they've got this little dragonfly here, to be very curious, just to see where your interest takes you, and to be very aware of where you feel the light of the universe shining on things, where that is that wonderful kind of resonant feeling that you achieve with something. But with the Empress card as well, this is a start of something for you, and you've got this Judgment card. I feel like the completion of where you are right now is the understanding as the Queen of Swords, and with this card as well, that to allow whatever is going to come forth from this situation with your different perspective on it, to allow it to evolve how it's meant to. Try not to get too involved in it. We have a tendency to do that, don't we? Try not to get too involved in it. And I feel that it's going to give you a lot of comfort. It's going to give you a lot of a warm feeling. And with the Queen of Swords here, you're going to sit back and watch it all happen and go, do you know what? My higher self always knew this. Did I say that? I said that. It's going to be that sort of thing that you're going to be watching it in a very languid way as the Queen of Swords. And you're going to realize the power of your voice. Now, whatever that power of that voice is that the command you gave to the universe for the manifestation of what this being of service means to you? Is it the power of your voice to say no in terms of taking on too much and doing too much for others and not taking care of yourself? Is it the power of the voice saying, yes, of course I will, thank you so much for your help, of course I'll receive it? Is it the power of your voice in terms of how you're communicating, how you feel about yourself and sitting within your higher self and observing everything that's happening in your life? Leopards are rare. You're a rare breed, my darling. You are coming in to be a great witness of your life, and to be a witness of something is to have great wisdom, to have a keen insight into things, to have a keen intellect, to have humor, a sense of humor about it all. You're playing at life, you're enjoying it, you're understanding the spiritual laws of the universe. This is a wonderful card to be. And you're also, at any given opportunity, ready to pounce on an opportunity that's going to come your way, because you can see and observe it from your higher self. So this is a wonderful, wonderful end of your reading, my darling. I trust this has helped those that have resonated with it, and I look forward to doing another reading for you next week. In the meantime, do have a look at the daily short kisses if you haven't yet done so. So much love to you, my darlings, and take care. Bye bye.